Yo, what's good everyone? King Jude here, back with another video for you guys. So, today I'm going to be talking about something that's mainly for the men. Obviously, if you're a female and you want to learn more about me or what men have to deal with, go ahead and watch this video. But I wanted to preface it saying that this is mainly for men because, guys, we gotta stick up for each other, man. We gotta talk heart to heart. I feel like I'm blessed to have the platform that I have, and so I'm like, dude, I gotta talk about what I've learned so people can learn from it, and hopefully I can help some people with what I've dealt with when it comes to personality disorders. I can't officially say I have a personality disorder because I have not been diagnosed with it. I would say that I've had an experience of not knowing who I am. I didn't know who I was, and I feel like that is a very common issue for men, especially when we have an insane amount of societal pressures to be successful, because unlike average women, like, they can just get by just for looking good, basically. But men, we have to build like $1 million business to get like a fraction of the ego boost that normal females have. I'm not saying I'm salty about it, but I'm sure a lot of men can agree that it can be frustrating sometimes seeing you know, average women get given things for free just because they look good, where men were told that we have to earn our respects. We have to earn our egos. About a year ago from now, I finally had my realization of who I actually am. In early high school and in my teens, I really struggled with which persona am I, because I'm sure this is very relatable. We kind of have personas depending on who we're with. Obviously, you should be acting different with your mom than with your best friend, okay? You shouldn't be making retard jokes with your mom, okay? That's not cool. Obviously, you should change your behavior on who you're around and who you're with, but still, you should be you. You should still stay you. And I really struggled with this, and I think it's a very common struggle, so I wanted to talk about it. I really want you guys to be part of this conversation, so make sure you guys like interact with the comments, reply with each other. I'll be involved down there too. I want to hear other people's perspectives. What I caught myself doing was basically having a total different persona depending on who I'm with. I wasn't necessarily a cool kid in my teens, but one thing I caught myself doing is having total different personalities depending on who I was with. Again, this is not the changing behavior. This is like total different personalities. And one of the things that really challenged me was that I am like not like normal people. Like, I was kind of weird. Like, for example, on my soccer team, I was like kind of the cool kid on my soccer team. I was like the jock. I scored a lot of goals. I was a really good player. So that obviously made me more popular. But then also in early high school, I was like really depressed. So I was like the guy in the back of the classroom with a hoodie on, just listening to music during class. I sat alone for almost like a year in high school because I didn't know who I should sit with. Sometimes I'd wander over to the jock table, like the sporty lunch table, and you know, I'd kind of get along with them, but they always found me a little bit weird because, you know, after soccer practice, I would want to like just play video games. So this caused me to not really be able to be like friends with these people. But also the nerds would always get picked on by the jocks, and I was picked on for a while because like I just really liked Minecraft early in high school, and that was when Minecraft was like dead. It was like before the resurgence. I was still liking Minecraft, and that always turned people off for some reason. So I was like, oh damn. And then also what didn't help at all is that I also had a YouTube channel, which I had to keep up a persona of who I am, and I had to be the super energetic dude. I was always happy and always smiling, even though I might have been really sad that day. I had a persona that I had to keep up for my TikTok and my YouTube. And those were only some of the personalities. I had many, but I want to talk about like how I kind of got out of that. I would say step one was I had to realize which ones am I faking. Am I faking any of these? For any of these different friend groups or friendships, was I not being true to myself? It's different if you only want to show some of your side, right? So for example, if I'm gaming, I'm not talking about soccer. You know, I'm enjoying the game that I'm playing. I'm not talking about soccer, and when I'm at soccer, I'm not always talking about the game. That's fine. I'm just showing part of my personality. But if I'm faking any personalities entirely just so I can get in this group or I can be this person's friend, I cut them off. I had to cut it off. I had to stop faking them. So if you are faking any personalities, just stop. It might suck. You might not be part of friend groups anymore, but at least you're not playing a character. At least you're not acting for hours a day, you know? Don't pretend to be someone else just to be able to sit at a lunch table for 45 minutes. Don't do that. In the long run, it will help a lot if you just cut out all fake personalities and you stick true to yourself and you figure out which ones are fake, which ones are real. So I have this YouTube channel and I was doing a lot of TikToks back in the day, and I was like, who am I? You know, where's my real personality? Which one am I? What I was able to do, and I'm very fortunate to be able to have this realization, is I realized that I am all of them. I am a soccer playing Minecraft CSGO nerd that likes making YouTube videos of talking to strangers online. That's who I am. And I think one of the reasons people like my channel so much is you guys can tell that I am authentic. This is who I am. I enjoy who I am. I have figured out who I am. There are some downsides though. For example, I had to lose a lot of friends. I'm like, you know what? I don't actually vibe with you guys, if I'm being honest. Like, we're totally different. I've kind of just been acting to kind of be in the cool group, you know? But that's not really who I am. Another downside is I try to stay as authentic on my YouTube as possible, right? And I've actually been going through a really hard time lately. A lot of life-changing events have been happening. I'm not going to go into details just for personal reasons, but a lot of shit has been happening in my life. And some of the comments on my YouTube videos have been, dude, stop being so mean, or like, oh, stop being so toxic. Like, why are you roasting all these people? And part of the reason is just like, well, that's kind of who I've become. Like, recent events have made me more toxic, and I wouldn't say I'm proud of it because I'm not proud of it, but I'm not gonna start faking my personality again. I'm tired of faking it. I'm tired of pretending to be someone that I'm not. It's tiring. It really takes a toll on you. So I'd rather just be authentic with you guys. And like, you know, I might not be like as sweet as I used to be on YouTube. Like, oh, hi. No, I'm like, dude, hey, you're fat. I actually kind of wanted to apologize for a little bit for me like kind of acting a little bit different in videos, but it's me just making sure that I'm staying true to myself. It is very tempting to turn on a certain persona to become more successful in one of those communities, and in this example it would be YouTube, right? To be more successful in YouTube, I could act a different way and I might be getting more views. I might have more subscribers, but I'm scared to go back to having 8 different personalities and I don't know which one is me. And when I do become friends with someone, I'm like, oh shit, are they actually friends with me, or did they accidentally become friends with a fake personality and then I freak out? It's like, no, I've figured out who I am. And a definite downside to that is sometimes I can come off a little bit toxic in my YouTube videos, and I'm sorry about that. But that's just who I am. You know, this is just who I've become over time. I've really struggled with different personalities, and I've figured out who I am. So I am a YouTuber who likes talking to strangers, and I find it very entertaining. I love YouTube. I love editing. I love all that geeky stuff. I'm a computer nerd. I love playing video games, but I'm also an athlete. And I love playing soccer and I love working out. But the reason I think it's so important is because even though I've been going through a hard time lately and I've kind of become more toxic, I'm a little bit more secluded, I'm not doing all the things that I used to do, I'm still happier than I was before because I know that I am being me right now. I am being me, and that's how everyone should be. Everyone should be them. It sounds weird, but you guys know what I'm talking about. That we have an issue of fake personas. 99% of YouTubers you watch are being fake. I guarantee. Even though you don't think it, they are. And now imagine that, but like think about some of your friends. You ever notice how maybe your friends act a little bit differently depending on if like a new person is around? It's because they're probably faking a personality. And I recommend you all to find yourself, realize what your actual personality is, who you actually are. So find out who you actually are and what your real personality is. Second of all, don't be ashamed of it. That's who you are. You have one life. Be you. Enjoy yourself. And number 3, find the right people to be around you. Don't be around the wrong people that force you to have a different personality. This is a very weird rant, and I apologize if this is not what you expected this video to be. But I wanted to share that. I will kind of go more in depth in the comments if you guys have questions. I would just strongly suggest cut off any fake personalities and just try to find you and accept who you are. Just really accept who you are. Like, yeah, it's kind of weird for me. Like, people think I'm a jock, right? And I am. I play sports. I'm kind of cool. I go out to bars. You know, I go to parties. But I'm also, like, grinding my Minecraft world for 3 hours. You know, and I can be both of those. It's not one's right or wrong, because those are both authentically me. But you guys just have to figure out who you are. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a good one. And drop a like, because why not?
Dolce and Gabbana, Fendi and Adana, Karen, they be sharing all their money, got me wearing fly. Girl, but I ain't asking. They say they love my ass in 7 jeans to religion. I say